How long were you in development for this game?
Several years. So it's definitely been a great journey putting it all together.
What was your initial reaction when you found out that you were going to be working on this game with Sony and Marvel?
Yeah, I almost couldn't believe it, right? It's such a huge opportunity, such a huge fan base of people that love Spider-Man. And it was something that, of course, we could see opportunities to put our developer hat on, and how could we tell a great Spider-Man story? How could we make great Spider-Man mechanics that leverage all of the Insomniac strengths and bring it forward? And just what a great opportunity to bring that character to the PlayStation 4.
So let's dig into Insomniac, traits. Sunset Overdrive. How much did this influence the game? We felt like we felt it a little bit in here.
I'm sure you did. Yeah, definitely. Sunset Overdrive taught us so much about traversing an open world, a city, with responsive mechanics and different ways that the player would think about it. So that when we were thinking about how big does our city need to be, how does the player need to engage with it, we had something to work from in our heads. Of course, this game is bigger than Sunset Overdrive, so there's lots of new challenges, and it has a different feel, different pacing to it. But we definitely brought that all forward.
So we're talking about the city in New York. It's pretty realistic. What was the process to work through that to make sure that it's really, the likeness is there?
First, we looked at the overall layout of the city. What is our playable map? Where are the sort of landmarks? I mean, they are literally landmarks that we have, both real landmarks and Marvel landmarks that are in the game. And we wanted to make sure they were in the sort of right relative position, so that if you knew where something was, you found it, and you knew where something else was, maybe you headed in that direction, and you would come across it if it was in the game. And so then we also went from sort of a designer gray box, which is just flat planes and gray repeating textures or whatever. Of course, the art team did a tremendous job of providing different character to all the districts and different art styles that you'll see, and populating the whole world both with the NPCs, the content you can play, and again the Marvel landmarks, the little small details that you'll notice when you actually play the game.
I'm a guy of attention to detail, and I can appreciate that. And if you were going to put your finger on one particular thing, the Insomniac touch, where do you think you really hit the nail on the head in this game?
I always let's see. I always remember when we sort of made a leap forward with our gadgets. Everybody knows Insomniac for our crazy weapons sometimes. And so when we figured out how we were going to integrate those into our combat loop, when we had that weapon wheel pop up for the first time, and had your whole palette of gadgets to select, that was an Insomniac moment for me. I was like, that's sort of like, it's an Insomniac game and I can see it now. And so that was, for me as a game director, really focused on some game mechanics. That was one of the key moments.
All right, then that's a great follow-up question. What particular mechanic do you love the most, or weapon?
Let's see. I love a lot of our gadgets, actually. I think there's a couple different ones. The web bomb is actually super fun. It's super fun because it disables a group of guys, so that's great. But it also webs up a whole bunch of dudes, and you can get an upgrade that lets you twirl them around and throw them against the wall. And so chaining it together in those ways, one of the reasons I love the web bomb.